Okay, welcome back, everybody. I just did a personal live thanking my patrons, and I also want to say thank you again to my 20 patrons. I'm going to make a personal thank you video. This time I'm going to come on camera, and I'm like, you know what? That's something that I figured I should come on camera for, to say thank you. And if anybody else would like to join me on Patreon for exclusive content, it'll be $1 a month. We're having very good discussions over there. And don't forget, guys, if you are my patron, to let me know when your birthday is. Now, Santana and Joe Budden versus black women. Now, it seems that black women are still upset, not all black women, but specifically the black women in the comment section of Santana's Instagram, or in the comment section of the Instagram, or in the comment section of the Jasmine brand, or in the comment section of, all these other things. Real Aaron Collins. Hey, Queen Bee. Oh, hey, guys, go subscribe to the Real Aaron Collins. I missed you. Oh, I missed you too. I'm over there on Patreon. I'm uploading all the time. Oh, Aaron Collins, I just posted a question on Patreon. Let me know when your birthday is, because I want to know when everybody's birthday is. So make sure that you post underneath that on Patreon. I want to make sure I get that. But yeah, it seems that black women in Santana's comment section are still upset with her over a comment that she made months ago. And let me say this. Oh, that guy from Texas. Hey, welcome. Welcome. Now, let me say this. I don't think that Santana meant it to be malicious in any way, shape, or form. Santana just doesn't come off as a mean person to me. I think what she meant it as is that she meant it, as a matter of fact, how she said it. That these black men treat these Spanish, even though she's not Spaniard. So what she should have said is Hispanic. These black men treat these Hispanic women better. And, yeah, she's right. I have observed black men in relationships with white women, in relationships with these Hispanic women, in relationships with Asian women, in relationships with these biracial, ethnically ambiguous women, and they definitely treat all of them differently than they treat black women. So I'm trying to understand why there was all this outrage and people were in her comment section leaving her these nasty comments. And even months later, it's like, oh, I can understand when something's still fresh. But the fact that these people are still leaving this comment like 3-4 months later, it's like, let it go. It makes you look bitter, and that's not a good look, black women. We cannot afford to look angry, and we especially can't afford to look bitter, okay? Let it go. First of all, who wants Joe Budden? The man's a former drug addict, and look at the way that he treats her. Listen to the way that he talks about women. Like, what are you fighting about? You don't want him. He's bald-headed. Why are we upset about this? For what? I've seen these same type of black men who have fetishes for these Spanish-speaking women treat them completely differently. When a black woman has a bad attitude, it's considered obnoxious, and she's labeled the angry black woman. If a Dominican woman or any of these Spanish-speaking women have a bad attitude or they're loud, they're considered spicy Latinas. There is a video of Erica Mena kicking her baby daddy in the neck. More than likely, if that had been a black woman, she would be on the ground. Black men definitely treat these women differently than they treat us in relationships. I've seen them bend over backwards and break their backs to give these women the very best in life. Whether it's shopping sprees, whether it's providing a nice household for them to live in, showing them off everywhere, wanting to marry these women simply so that they can have lighter-skinned children. There was a football player who did that. He made a cheers to lighter-skinned children. I don't watch football. I couldn't tell you this football player's name, but I remember there was a video about it. And he had a cheers with his white wife to light-skinned children. You think that it's an accident that these men happen to date and procreate with white women with Hispanic women, with Asian women, with ethnically ambiguous women. No. These men don't like the way they look, okay? And they want to produce lighter-skinned children on purpose. And what Santana didn't understand is that your purpose has been fulfilled. These men want to keep their line going. They want to keep their seed going. So once he got the baby from you, he didn't need anything else from you. Now you have women sitting up here poking fun at her. Oh, well, now she's just a baby mama and she's just this and she's this, that. And I don't even think that's very nice to do. And if you ask me, Santana is black. I know Dominicans don't want to be called black, but she's darker than me. So it's interesting for me when I see women like her or women like Cardi B want to identify as Spanish. You're not. You're black, okay? You are black. She doesn't want to hear that, okay? She don't want to hear that. But she's black. That's another story for another day. These Dominicans that don't think they're black. It's real funny, actually. Guys, hit that like button. I have 5 people watching and 1 thumbs up. Okay, Amara La Negra talks about this all the time. Oh, yes, and when Amara La Negra was talking about colorism on The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God just sat there like he didn't know what she was talking about. I'm like, really, Charlemagne, as a dark-skinned man, you've never experienced colorism? Really? And Charlemagne lightens his skin. And don't tell me he doesn't lighten his skin, because he does. That man lightens his skin. I can see it. That man has gotten way lighter. Many of these self-hating black men are very delusional. They are. They most certainly are. I only date black men that are proud to be black. Don't pursue me because I'm light-skinned. Pursue me because you actually like me and you genuinely have an interest in the sisters. Kay Banks, welcome. So, when she said what she said, honestly, she's right. Look at Nick Young and Iggy Azalea. Nick Young proposed to Iggy Azalea within 6 months. He's been with his baby mama for like 10 years now. When is he going to propose to her? A lot of these self-hating brothers will make black women baby mamas and will marry these white women and be engaged to these white women. That's why I don't feel sorry for Big Sean either. Because Big Sean is out here, oh, Naya Rivera is crazy, she's crazy. Okay, Big Sean. Big Sean is another person. You ever notice that this man only dates these ethnically ambiguous biracial women? I don't feel sorry for colorists when they go through what they go through. Oh, she's cut. Okay, well, whatever. I feel nothing. I feel nothing. And I wish, as a matter of fact, you know, I mean, Santana, someone who's on Love and Hip Hop, you know, even though to me it's a trash show, she probably would not be interested in coming on my show. But I wish that I could extend my platform to her so that I can talk to her, because I see women trashing her in the comment section. And I don't even think that's right. I don't even think that's right. What are you trashing her for? She's right. These men treat these women differently and better than they treat black women. Nick Cannon actually said that when he was doing it on his podcast. He said that dating white women and dating out is seen as a symbol of success. You ever notice that when these men get money and they finally get on, how they ditch the black woman who was down for them when they were broke, the black woman who cheered them on, the black woman who gave them a place to stay, the black woman who held them down and went to work while they pursued their dreams, Kevin Hart, and all these other men too. So I'm trying to understand where the lie is. Since Santana trolled the truth, and I think a hard truth for us as black women to accept, but it's the truth. A lot of these black men, when they date outside their race, they treat these women way better than they treat us. I remember I had a girl that I used to go to college with who was weeping over this boy because he did the world for this white Russian girl that he got with. And she's like, he never did any of that for me. And I'm like, girl, you don't even need to be with that kind of a man because obviously he has self-hate issues. You know, and I feel like it's easy for me to say because I haven't been in that position. But at the same time, I felt bad for her. I felt her hurt. Because imagine if you're with a guy and you're doing all this stuff for a man, and then to turn around and see him get with another race of a woman, okay? Because as black women, we constantly have to be told we're not beautiful for some strange reason. I don't know why. I think black women are amazingly beautiful. People used to make fun of our big lips. Now all of a sudden, big lips are in. Women all over Beverly Hills looking a mess, getting their lips injected. It used to be a problem if you had a big butt. People used to say you were fat if you had a big butt. Now everybody's over there in Beverly Hills, and not just Beverly Hills, but in the entire California, getting their cheeks, you know, filled with some sort of cement or fix-a-flat or whatever it is. They want to tell us something about our nose. There's nothing wrong with our nose. To the point where some women have even had to lighten their skin just to feel like they have to impress these men. What happened to Little Kim is a tragedy. But you know what? A part of me has to blame the black people who were around Little Kim for what happened to Little Kim, and I'll tell you why. I guarantee you that there was somebody around her making smug comments about her dark skin, making comments about her lips, making comments about her nose, making comments about her hair, and as a result, she wanted to change herself into the woman that she saw these men pursuing. Look at Faith Evans. She's real light skinned. I call women like that light bright. She saw Biggie get with her. So what does she do? She starts having this blonde weave in her hair all day. She starts lightening her skin. She starts changing her nose. I feel bad for Little Kim. I really do. But a lot of, when you really think about it, a lot of this hatred, it's unfortunate, but black people are the ones who keep it going. Every negative comment I've ever heard about my hair is from black people, specifically black women. As a matter of fact, I've never heard a man make an off comment about my hair. My nose, black people. My lips, black people. If I was someone who didn't have high self-esteem and I internalized that kind of stuff, what do you think I would turn around and do? I would say, oh, well, I see that these men like these ethnically ambiguous women with smaller noses, so I need to go change my nose now, which I would never do because I love my nose and there's nothing wrong with it. These women out here getting their entire faces rearranged. There is truth. There is truth in what Santana said. These men treat these women differently. If a black woman was doing some of the things that I saw Erica Mena was doing, they would say that we are loud, that we are ghetto, that we are classless. But when she does it, she's a spicy Latina. So that's just something for you to think about. I don't think that she said it in a way to be smug. I think that that was an inside thought that maybe she should have kept to herself. But now that it's been brought out here in the public, let's talk about it. Kim was so beautiful before the work. Yeah, well, you could tell somebody they're beautiful all you want, but if they don't feel that way. It's not until recently that dark skin was being celebrated, and it's very unfortunate. I should make a video about that. Self-hate in the community. Azealia Banks did bleach, and Azealia Banks is the same person who is knocking other people to bleach. But then she made a video saying how she wanted her career to go further, and that's why she bleached. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You got beautiful women out here bleaching their skin, and for what? So that boneheads like Joe Budden can like them? Joe Budden isn't a prize. Ice Cube said it best. As soon as y'all get some dough, you want to put a white... Exactly. It's like you don't want to stand by the sister who stuck with you. Well, I'm going to end this video. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Azalea Banks, Kim was beautiful. I had a crush on Lil' Kim a while back. She looks like a train wreck now. Her voice isn't even the same anymore. It's absolutely not. All right, I'm going to end this video. I have to come back on and make a video about self-hate in the community and just some of the nasty things that we as Black people say to each other. As you guys know, I will be uploading on Patreon more and on YouTube less. And it's going to come to a point where I only upload interviews here on YouTube. So you guys can join me for $1 a month on Patreon. Super exciting. I have 20 patrons already. So thank you to the people who are already there. And if you're not already there, the link will be down below in the pinned comment section. And it will also be in the description box. I still have the CD somewhere. Hold on, I got somebody at the door. More presque fini, more presque fini. Okay, yep, glad I'm ending this video. So yeah, guys, we'll continue this discussion in depth on Patreon. You guys have a wonderful day. Say goodbye to each other, guys. Ending the live stream in 3, 2, 1.